was trying to,
Hey y'all, I thought I'd pop into the video for just a second because while I was editing this video, I realized I didn't even film an intro for it. So today's video is going to be walking around the wizarding world of Harry Potter at Universal Studios Orlando, and we're going to be trying every single butterbeer item that they serve there. So we're going to be doing classic butterbeer, hot butterbeer, frozen butterbeer, and then we're going to get into the other butterbeer flavored items like Butterbeer Ice Cream, Butterbeer Potted Cream, and Butterbeer Fudge. If you're new here, my name is Stacy, and I love sharing my travel destinations around the world, especially the wizarding world of Harry Potter. So if that interests you, consider subscribing and becoming part of our online travel family. But for now, let's get into the video. Butterbeer is synonymous with Harry Potter, and a trip to the wizarding world isn't complete without trying at least one of these sweet, magical treats. To stick to theming, you will not find Harry Potter specialty foods or drinks outside the two Wizarding World areas of Universal Orlando. Hogsmeade has two outdoor butterbeer kiosks. When these kiosk lines get long, we like to sneak into the side door of the Hogshead and skip the crowds and the heat.
All right, first one up is the regular butterbeer. So this is going to be kind of like a soda pop, like a butterscotch soda pop, I guess you would call it. And then it's got this creamy foam at the top of it. It's kind of like liquid marshmallow, really, is how I kind of think of it. But I think there's some like butterscotch in that as well. And don't drink it with a straw. You need to drink it just the way it is, because every time you take a sip, you get a little bit of the soda down here mixed with a little bit of the foam. And I think if you had a straw, you would just kind of get all soda, and then by the time you're done, you're left with the foam, and that's the best part. So far, this is number one for me. We'll see if it'll stay number one by the time we're done. So, we're gonna try the frozen butterbeer. Now, this is kind of like think like an icy, sort of, or a frappuccino. You still have the whipped cream stuff liquid on the top, and then you've got the butterbeer flavoring, kind of like I said, like an icy or a frappuccino down at the bottom. Now, I personally find this one to be sweeter than the regular butterbeer. I think that the regular butterbeer, the soda at the bottom isn't as sweet, and then the sweet kind of whipped cream topping or whatever gives the drink that little bit of sweetness, and every time you take a sip, you get a little bit of both. Using the straw with this, I don't feel like you get that. I think as hot as it is today and as humid as it is today, this would be a great one if you wanted to really cool off, but it will give you brain freeze. So far, it's not my favorite. So far, traditional butterbeer is still at the top. Well, so far, we've done the traditional classic butterbeer, we've done frozen, so that means we've got at least Butterbeer Fudge, we've got Butterbeer Ice Cream, we've got hot butterbeer. I'll think of the sixth one when we come back. It is a very, very rainy evening here in Diagon Alley, but we are doing our third butterbeer. This is the hot butterbeer. Now, this used to be seasonal. I believe a few months ago they made this a regular staple. It also has the tasty foam on the top, just like the frozen, just like the classic. Can't really show you much else because it is in a coffee cup. It is very hot. Oh, ooh. Wait for the dragon. Hold on, give it a second. It's wonderful every time. Anyway, I did not think that I was gonna like this one very much. This is amazing. It's like a dessert, liquefied. Liquid caramel butterscotch. And then you've got the sweet foam on the top, like a marshmallow foam. I think this is a contender for the number one spot. It just might kick my classic butterbeer out of the way, but we'll see. We have 3 more to try, and we'll be back. Fourth item in the butterbeer tasting is gonna be the Butterbeer Potted Cream. This is more of like a pudding consistency. I thought I remembered it being more like a custard, but today it's more like pudding. And it definitely has a very sweet, very butterscotchy flavor to it. I would even say more than, yeah, probably more than the Butterbeer drinks, except for the hot one, because the hot one's pretty sweet and butterscotchy as well. It comes in this jar container that you can, as far as I know, take with you. There's like a butterscotch syrup down in the bottom of the jar. It's really good. I don't know where it's gonna go in my top 6 here of the Butterbeer items, but I think this is a really good alternative if you want something Butterbeer but maybe not the drinks. Butterbeer item number 5 is the Butterbeer Ice Cream. This one I think may be better than the potted cream so far. If I was going for a dessert option, I think I might go for the ice cream more, just because it's kind of more like vanilla ice cream with the Butterbeer swirled through. We also got it in a waffle cone. You can get it in a waffle cone or you can get it in a cup, and it is soft serve. It's not hard packed ice cream. But otherwise, I really like this one. I didn't think that I would like it as much. In all the years we've been coming, I'm not sure if I've gotten the Butterbeer ice cream because there's so many other options. So that's number 5 for us to try. We have one more, that's the fudge. Ooh. It's a Diagon. So yeah, I'll let you know when we get the fudge how that's going. I'm probably gonna let Jeff tell you if he likes it because he likes fudge. I just don't like fudge. I mean, altogether. Okay, so for the last Butterbeer item, it is the Butterbeer Fudge. Now, we are already back home. We ended up getting the fudge kind of the last thing before we left the park. That way we could, try it and not have to carry it around on the rides. But anyways, we ended up just getting one square. I think it's about $5 per square. And it looks like it's bi-layered. It does smell like butterbeer. So I'm gonna also let Jeff tell you if he likes it or not, because he's the guy who actually likes fudge. I sniffed it. It smells like the butterbeer drink. So that's there, like butterscotch. I think it's the texture of fudge. Oh, there's Calder. Say hi. Calder cannot have fudge. No, you cannot.
Yeah, it tastes like butterbeer. It's a little
sweet. Kind of reminds me of the butterbeer, the hot butterbeer, because it's got that really heavy butterscotch flavor, but it's also really, really sweet like the hot butterbeer. Would you recommend it?
If you like fudge and if you like butterbeer, then yes, I would recommend it.
Okay. Okay, so we'll do our rankings. Each one of us will give you a ranking on the 6 items and where each one of us, as far as preferences, would put our favorite butterbeer items. So number 6, the last one, which one is it for you?
Frozen. Not a big fan of frozen
one.
I just don't like the texture of it.
I think for me it's the frozen as well. It just doesn't do anything for me. I don't like how the cream sits on top of the frozen part. I mean, it's great for a hot day simply for the fact that it's like an icy and it's cooling, and that's great in Florida. So if you're wanting to cool off, I think that one would be great. But otherwise, as far as flavor and the experience, I just don't like it. It's on the bottom for me as well. For me, number 5 would probably be the fudge. I actually like the fudge even more than I like the frozen, which is weird. But again, I think with the fudge, you get a fudge experience. You know what you're going into. It tastes like fudge. It tastes like butterbeer. So what's number 5 for you?
Yeah, fudge.
The fudge. Okay.
Just because the other 4 above it are really, really good.
Yeah.
Nothing against the fudge.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so number 4 for you.
Ice cream?
Ice cream's number 4.
Maybe. Because I really like the potted cream. But I've only had it once, like I said.
And that's where it's kind of tricky for me because I'm pretty sure the first time we went, we got the potted cream. The first time we went to... I did, sorry. Okay. I got it with my meal. The first time we went, I got the potted cream, and it was more of a custard, like a dense consistency. And that put it up there for me because I love custard. But this time when we got it, it was more of like pudding. And so I think for me, it's going to be number 4. I think before it ranked higher, but now the potted cream is going to be number 4 for me, which then puts, I think, the ice cream at number 3 for me. I really like the ice cream. Again, you get to cool off with it because it's cold, and I just think the flavor is really good.
What did I decide number 4 was?
You said number 4 was the potted cream.
Okay. guess number 3 is going to be ice cream.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah. That brings us into number 2 spot. Where are you going to go for that?
Original.
You think it's original? It's so tough. It's a hard decision because I love them both so much, and I didn't think that this is where it was going to go before I tried it, but I love the hot butter beer, but it's got to be number 2 for me. It also has some sort of spices in it. I don't know what's going on with it, but it's so good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's my number 1.
Okay. So for him, hot butterbeer is number 1, and then for me, of course, the classic butterbeer is just my favorite. Well, that's our list. I'm sorry this is kind of not as official. We're at home in our backyard, but there you've got our list. So tell me down in the comments, have you tried any of these items? Which one is your favorite and why? I'm really interested to know the people that like maybe some of the things that are at the bottom of our list, or maybe what we like is at the bottom of your list. So let me know. Otherwise, don't forget to like and subscribe to this video and this channel. I've got lots more Universal Studios and travel videos coming, so we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.